are live. Welcome to Glamma's Closet, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Glamma's Closet. We do a brunch every Sunday, and today we're going to be talking. About a specific topic. May be a trigger for some people. So I definitely want to, just warn anyone under the age of 18. Please do not proceed with the video. And anyone over the age of 18, there may be a trigger warning involving like depression and seasonal affective disorder and things like that. Not exactly what we're talking about, but there may be some included in that. But before we jump in and get started, let us jump into this chat and say good morning to Jennifer Hayes. Good morning, gorgeous. It's good to see you this morning. It was good to see you the other day. Y'all, I got the golden ticket. I got the golden Willy Wonka ticket, by the way. I actually got to see Jennifer Hayes' face in person, and she really is as pretty as her picture. Probably, I would say even prettier. Brenda Reed, good morning. Tackle hugs, honey. Tackle hugs. I hope you're doing well. That looked like I'm squeezing your boobs, but it's not. I hope you are doing well and staying warm. Thank you again for the sweet messages and surprise. Oh, it was truly my pleasure. The Maurice's black and white check long sleeve tee is due tomorrow. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. I hope it fits. Or I hope you sell it. I'm a reseller. Whatever happens to a product once it leaves my home, I care not. So yeah, if it doesn't fit, sell it, reposh it, do whatever you want with it. Ashley, good morning, honey. Good morning, sweet pea. It's good to see you this morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you, my sweet Ashley. Patrick Murphy, well, yes, hello. Good morning, my brother from another mother. Still got your bar stool. Still got your name on it. Come on by St. Louis. Angry Otter, Michael, my angel. Good morning, sweetheart. It's good to see you. I hope things are going well in Texas with the travel agent. Good morning, sister. I'm making breakfast for mom. Oh, good morning, sissy. And you are doing God's work. Good morning. I love you. I love you so much. Just being a lazy otter doing otter things on a finally warm weekend. Amen. Amen. It is, it is definitely, it's not the worst thing to have a lazy weekend, is it? I don't think so. I mean, that's why we have weekends. Everybody's working for the weekend. I forget who was that. Loverboy? I think it was Loverboy. I'm old enough to know the song for sure. I mean, I think it was Loverboy. By the way, look what I got from Johnny. I got these Rise and Shine coffee mugs, and I was like, oh, they're so cute. And then they get here, my husband pointed out, he's like, I think those used to be Hardee's coffee mugs. And I'm like, that even makes it better. I actually worked at Hardee's when I was a teenager. I worked for 2 weeks for everyone when I was a teenager, I think. But yeah, I almost had a career in fast food. I just wasn't quick enough to snatch that opportunity. But yeah, I go wherever Jennifer tells me. Good morning, little Debbie. You are a little ray of sunshine is what you are. She always brings a smile to my face. Good morning, Debbie. Kids are off tomorrow, so we got an extra day to our weekend. Oh, okay. Okay. I guess tomorrow is tomorrow a holiday? Huh. I don't know. I have not too much planned for tomorrow. A little bit of work, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, I am going to see my mama. So I'll be seeing her, and that'll be fun. Now you're starting to sound like Craig. I worked at Taco Bell at age 19 for 2 weeks and then said, nope. Yeah. Once you find out, you never want to know how the sausage is made. I don't think any of us want to know how the sausage is made. This is me waving. Oh, I like it. Catch a wave. Do, 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 do. I think most of the country will be yelling with Glamma at the game today against the Chiefs. Yeah. Well, honey, I'm from Missouri. I can't root for the Bills. I'm not in this game. I can root for them any other time, but I am from here and I have to show at least some sort of a show me state loyalty. So I don't know, Brenda. I do wish you all the best. But I can't root. I can't root for the Bills. I'm sorry. Not today. Yeah, my sister's going, go Chiefs. Yeah, we're kind of, that was my dad's team and it's my mom's team. And, and we are from Missouri. So we can't do anything about that. I love you anyways, too. Jennifer said I'm in the part that won't be watching. I don't know if I'll actually be watching that or if I'll be tuned into the two old guys. I think they have some cool guests today and just kind of trying to, figure out what I'm going to be doing going forwards. And that brings me to our topic of today. You're speaking sports ball. I'm lost. Don't worry. It's he's got first and 10 on third base with a hat trick in his pocket. If you were a sports ball person, you would laugh at that. Regina, good morning. Good morning, honey. How are you this morning? I hope you're doing great. I only watch YouTube. Shocker. Well, me too anymore, honestly. Sports ball. Do the thing. Win the points. Sports ball. Yay. See? You sound like Dawn and Mary with that. I probably watch more college ball. That makes sense. There are cities that and places that don't have an NFL team. So, or a basketball team or whatever. Like St. Louis doesn't have an NFL team. So by default, we're Chiefs fans unless you have already chosen the great ones, in which case, I'll see you next year. Rough year. We'll see you next year. But we made it into the playoffs, and I was happy about that. So, yeah, Taylor Swift, everybody's looking to see if Taylor Swift will show up to this game tonight, which I don't know why she wouldn't. Unless she is specifically, I hear the Steelers are going to win the World Series, Patrick. That's funny. I like that. I'm fiddling with this bra. I gotta be honest. I'm not used to wearing one anymore, hardly at all. I was running around Vegas with San Antonio has no NFL, and we're the 7th largest city in the U.S., but we got the Spurs for the NBA. Well, there you go. And it gives you the option to pick from 2 Texan teams. I mean, you've got the Cowboys, obviously, and then the Houston Oilers. I think it's the Houston Texans now. That's right. They were the Oilers. Now they're the Texans. Yeah. So you've got the Texans and you've got the Cowboys. Which super, super original names. I'm joking. I'm sorry. That was me. Like Packers is so, Glam was free boobing. I was so free boobing all over Vegas because, who's looking? At my age, who's looking? Right? Or is their boyfriend playing on one of the teams? Yeah, Jennifer. Yeah, Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I think Jennifer is being funny. Yeah, I was free boobing all over Las Vegas. It was great. I was like, Free Willy. No, nobody pays attention. First of all, people don't pay that much attention to each other in general. Like you really, you have to walk up in a panda bear costume almost for anybody to even look at you in Vegas, because everybody's concerned with their own things, and it's so crowded. And yeah, I don't think the 3 a.m. cracked out slot players really cared. No, I don't think Michael cared at all. No, I don't think they cared at all. Everybody's like concentrating on their own things and table games and things like. Ah, okay, you were being serious. Yeah, I thought you were being sarcastic because it has blown up all over social media, and there's like a whole debate about like the old school NFL guys who are like you know, Taylor Swift is ruining football, and then the people who are selling jerseys who are like, Taylor Swift is awesome, and the little girlies who are like, wherever Taylor goes, I go. All the Swifties. So yeah, it's a big thing. No, the Super Bowl is February 9th. The Super Bowl is always the second Sunday in February. So that will be the Super Bowl. Today are playoffs. It's the playoffs. And the playoffs have to do with deciding. We're down to 4 teams now, 2 teams in each league, and those teams battle it out to decide who are going to be the 2 teams that go to the Super Bowl. People walk around sexy in Vegas. Yeah. Mike of Two Old Guys was addicted to some woman. Oh, he was addicted to Heidi. Come on down to Heidi. Yeah. He had fun. I'm glad he had a good time. That's really the important part, because you only go around once, right? But yeah, people walk around sexy in Vegas, and some of them are, oh my Lord, have mercy, honey. When you walk through a casino floor and you see a woman who is a rather large, fluffy goddess, and she has put herself into a fishnet catsuit, and it's a little like watching a ham cross the floor. But it was, but then again, who am I to shame her? I'm the old lady with their boobs swinging. So, but I did feel better because I wasn't the nakedest person in the casino. I wasn't even in the top like 100 nakedest people in the casino, and it was chilly out. So I didn't feel bad. I used to have to watch football back when I was married, but haven't for a long, long time. If you have to watch it, it's no fun. Unless you're going to your kid's game. And then it's fun if you have popcorn, I guess. Pretty much as a mother, you just sit there worried the entire time that your kid's going to end up with a concussion or something. And I have never been to Vegas other than a layover for a few hours. Oh, Debbie, if you get a chance, you got to go. Get a chance, you got to go. If you like to gamble. If you don't like to gamble, there's still plenty of stuff to do in Vegas, but the gambling's the fun part. It just is. Okay, this is where if you are not 18, please tune out, because this broadcast really is for 18 or older, as noted. And I'm just going to have my morning smoking. Oh, you like strip clubs? Then you would love Vegas. Yeah, they have 2 different types of male strip clubs that I know of: the Thunder from Down Under and the Chippendales. And then they also have regular strip clubs, bougie strip clubs. They have burlesque shows. They have all of any flavor pretty much that you're looking for. They've got it. Yeah, I've never been to strip clubs. You're not missing much. They smell like pee. Yeah, I'll be honest. I've been to a strip club. It smelled like pee. Other than that, I was a little drunk, so that was about it. Yeah. Ooh, Michael, I didn't know you posted pictures from Thunder from Down Under on IG. Hey. They went to Thunder from Down Under. Michael and Angry Otter and Kevin, his partner, went, his husband. and they they came out with his partner came out with stage notes. I think he was just like, he's like, oh, they could have had better this, they could have had better that. Look, he came out with production notes. It was hilarious. I'm like, okay, that would probably be me. I'm just at that age where an oiled up 22-year-old boy does not interest me in the slightest. If you're young enough for me to have given birth to, and all those boys are, I'm not into it. I'm just not. It's just, for me, it's kind of gross. And I just keep picturing, myself like, putting clothes on them and folding their clothes. I mean, I'm too much of a grandma. I just don't find, young men. Yeah, he was mad about a light set being out and then the transitions between sets. He was so like making mental notes. And speaking of mental things, okay, here's what's going on. So this week I've experienced, actually the past couple of weeks I've experienced a little bit of burnout, right? Do you ever get burnout? Do you ever get like reseller burnout? Or, job burnout, January burnout. And I thought, excuse me, I thought it was specific to me. I talked to Patrick Murphy, and he gets burnout from time to time. And then the more people I talk to, the more I realize that a lot of people get it, right? A lot of people get this burnout thing. Life burnout, yeah. I just can't buy into the fantasy that any attractive young man would grind on me. It's not even that, Carrie. Try it as an adult. And yeah. It's not, you're like, ooh, I have a son that's around your age. It's gross. Do you really want my answer on this? I know your answer on that. Yeah, it's absolutely, we talked about that. Still my Packers lighter. Thanks, Allie. So the thing is that, okay, so I was beginning to realize, I mean, with when I talked to Patrick, I knew that I wasn't, all alone in this, but I'm beginning to realize that a lot of people experience burnout. And so I went on YouTube, right? And I did a dive. I did a dive on YouTube, and I typed in reseller burnout. You would not believe the sheer volume of reseller burnout videos that there are. So many. And I mean, from people who are far better resellers than I am, far bigger channels. Harry Tomato had one. Margaret, Texas Jewelry, had one. Literally, I mean, some of the biggest names in reselling, I don't know, whoever that guy is with the DeLorean had one. Rabbit hole. I tend to do that. And what I'm finding is that, okay, so this is a common thing across these channels, right? And then I'm like, I wonder if it's just a reselling thing or if it's a bigger thing. So I did a wider search I Googled it, and I Googled January burnout, because what I noticed was most of these videos that were dropped, not all of them, but most of these videos that were dropped during winter months, winter and spring. There is a serious deficiency in vitamin D in the winter, obviously, unless you live on the other side of the globe. And what I found was that January burnout is such a thing. Such a thing. Yes, wintertime depression. There's like the post-holiday letdown, right? The January is one of those for sellers, for sellers, for just almost every industry, where they are like shoving all this new year, new us stuff at you. And yes, seasonal depression. Yeah, people get seasonal affective disorder. And they used to call it seasonal depression. Jennifer, you know what I'm talking about. And people get seasonal affective disorder. They get cabin fever. You're supposed to, there's a list of expectations. Now your bills may be a little harder to pay in January because it's a longer month and you got to make the food budget stretch and things like that. Also, there was a lot of Americans, I should say, a lot of people in general overspend, around the holidays, and then you have to make up for that somehow. So it's not just the money, it's the lack of sunshine. Hey, Landshark. Hey, Liv. It's the lack of sunshine. It's the money. It's the, cold weather, being indoors. It's the lack of vitamin D. It's the lack of sunshine, which can affect you mentally. There is so much that goes on in January. So not just reseller. Hey, Geneva. Not just reseller burnout. It's kind of a generic thing across the board. There is work burnout across all industries. And so I felt, believe it or not, I actually felt a little better after reading that. I didn't feel so alone in that. And so I wanted to, and I thought, well, maybe this is something that, we need to talk about on the show, because the give and take, sometimes if you realize that other people are going through the same shit that you are, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. We're doing it together. In January, your sales aren't going to be as up as they were in December 9 times out of 10. Sometimes you get lucky. But in general, it's a slower sales month. It was, I saw it, Patrick. It's a slower sales month. So as a reseller, you're staring at your pile of crap and your death pile, and you're looking at listings, and you're just like, I don't want to do any of it. I don't want to do any of that. That is all crap. It is all crap. Michael says, I always take a trip in January, February to reset for the upcoming year. The trip to Vegas was very, very helpful in my actually getting real sunshine. Putting Craig to sleep as usual. Good morning, sweetie. I thought my head shrinker doctor was nuts when he told me to go walk on the beach. Turns out it was the only thing that made a difference. Yes, changing environment, right? Changing environment, getting some sunshine. I can only speak from my experience, having done reselling full-time in 9 to 5. The difference is stability and responsibility. I go to a 9 to 5, I can clock out and not worry about it. Yeah. Well, and when that is your, when that's your main source of income, that's a toughie, because you can't just always walk away from your main source of income. Hi, Geneva. It's good to see you, honey. On it with reselling, I always felt like I was on. Yeah. I make up for it by overspending all year. That's my kind of girl. Yeah, I'm with you. No surprises for me in January. I love that. And the amount of time and effort I put into it didn't always consistently produce the same results. That is absolutely truth. That's absolutely truth. Yeah, we know it was a broken. We got it. I got it. I've certainly been in a mega winter funk. Yes, absolutely. And me too. Y'all, I spent the past 2 weeks, I'm not even going to lie, hashtag no options today. You never know. Sometimes I come out of left field with some stuff just because I would just want to shake myself up. It has nothing to do with anybody else. But my husband was working doubles, and he was working, several of them were overnights. So I was, I was a work widow for, a couple of weeks. I spent a lot of time in bed. I spent a lot of time in bed. I spent a lot of time ignoring my, anything but the most basic responsibilities, and just living for my sleep schedule was off because when my husband works, a double or something like that, I get up. I make him coffee. I make him breakfast. If he's working a double, I'll make him double meals. Or if he's working, a single, I'll make him a single meal. With the snow and ice storm, he had 3 days where he had to be at a local hotel. So I had 3 nights of, not sleeping well, until finally on night 3, I broke down and took a melatonin. That was lovely. I slept like a baby there, but yeah, Greg, there's always an auction. There really is. Debbie's like, I might sell a bit. Yeah, it just was like ooky, and then like last week I went 4 days. I went 4 days without taking a shower. I was down such a down thing, right? I was down on myself. Because I'm beating myself up for not doing, what I have chosen as my job. I'm beating myself up for not, for having like dog hair on my floor and not vacuuming that up. I'm beating myself up for not getting out and, salting the driveway more so that, so that I could get in and out better. I mean, just you name it, you name it. I should have done more laundry. I should have, pressed things. I should have listed things. I should have blah, 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 blah. Right. And so I escaped by just going to bed. Wait, I missed. Are you quitting? No, I'm not quitting. I am no quitter. But we do face burnout. You can face burnout without being like, oh, I quit everything. I'm walking away, but yeah. And it can affect your daily life, right? The guilt of not listing, the guilt of not hanging out with your reselling friends. There was some guilt in that too. I've actually felt bad about that because I do enjoy my reselling friends and I absolutely love them. Hi, Amy. We're talking about reselling burnout. So the good news is A, it's not just you, it's us, and B, it's not just us, it's everyone. It's January. And I do have I was looking up ways to deal with burnout. And it says prioritize good sleep habits. Okay. Nutrition, exercise, sure. Connection with people you enjoy, and practices that promote calmness and well-being, like meditation, journaling, talk therapy, or simply quiet time alone. Analyze your current situation. But some of the symptoms were exhaustion, fatigue, persistent tiredness, physically, mentally, lack of motivation, a sense of dread about doing anything. It's that sort of thing. A lack of support. So yeah, there's a lot of there have been a lot of things that I just feel like it's just a mental brick wall. Just a mental brick wall. And I'm like, oh, I must have reselling burnout. I think it's just the Januaries. I actually texted my sister and my two of my best friends last night, and I'm like, hey, you know what? We need to plan a girls' trip. Blah 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 blah. And Aunt Boo ignored that text. I had cabin fever and was just it's getting out of hand. Yeah. Liv, yeah, I get that. I just need to keep busy learning new things. I was losing my Japanese, so now I have a tutor once a week. I buy comics over the past 2 years, and now I know a bunch about them. That's cool. My sleep has been awful. Yeah, it's hard to get to sleep. A busy mind has no time for boredom or depression. No, I'm not quitting, honey. And Amy, good morning. Mwah. Good morning, sugar. It's good to see you. Should, could, and would are the worst words for stealing your joy in life. Needs to eliminate these words in your vocab. You know what? Yeah, Regina, you are right. Ooh, cute shirt. You should know. It's yours. My sissy and I. It's nice to have a sister that wears the same size. Thank you for coming out of your funk to come on with me, Debbie, the other day. Aw. That was certainly my pleasure. It really was. And you both are just adorable and were sweet. Oh yeah, that was at midnight, Dana. Yeah, if you know, if you're gonna text it from midnight, Dana, just either ignore it or just text me back. Okay, are you sure you're not tired or whatever? Nutrition and exercise. Make and eat pecan pies and potato salad. Oh, Brenda, I was craving potato salad so much. I wanted potato salad so badly the other day. I was watching people, grandmas try other grandma's potato salads. Oh, Joe. Man, I wanted that potato salad so bad. And I was like, my potato salad looks more appetizing than that. More lipstick. Yes, honey. Fake it till you make it, right? Yeah, Michael's the same. He's the same about pecan pie. Yeah, I'm telling you, my sister's got good taste. I'll respond to that text after your show. Yeah. I was like, okay, we need to escape. But for the record, I need a freaking break. And that, I honestly think that you do. I think that you do. I think we all do, Let's go to New Orleans. Okay. Done. You had me at hello. I hear it's warm down there, and that's all I need to know. So I decided to write down some of the things that I'm doing that I decided to do, and this was within the past 2 days. These are some things. Tooch man, what's up? These are some things that I'm going to be working on, and some things that I am working on. And here's what I'm planning on doing, because I started cleaning my house and I immediately felt better. And I didn't like scrub floors. I ain't that. But I did just do some simple stuff. I vacuumed up some dog hair. I put away some Christmas ornaments. I washed the dishes. I made some bread. The problem with reselling is that money is the motivator, and that's the worst kind of motivation. Yes. Life is about experience and connections. If you're chasing a buck, it's hard to connect. Yes, it is. Now some people have to do it, you got to do what you got to do to eat, right? You have to put food on the table, or pay the bills. I'm lucky to be in a position where I don't have to do it to eat. I eat anyway. Although I usually eat anything in my house that's slower than me is in danger. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, it's very difficult when money is the motivator. Money's not really my motivation for reselling. It has to do with the love of thrifting and finding the treasure hunt. I always love that. And it's a gamble for me. It's either going to be a win or a loss. You all know I like gambling. But I thought I did a little bit of self-care. I actually I painted my own nails. And I did OPI red. I think I bought this from a reseller. I got a good deal on this. So I painted my nails. I just did little bitty things, little teeny tiny things, because I had to. Did a load of laundry, right? And I did a couple loads of laundry because I needed to do I needed to do some laundry from some items that I sold that had they fell on the floor. They picked up some dog hair. I'm not concerned about the state of my floors that much, but I don't like the idea of sending things to people with pet hair on them and or with floor dust. It's just not cool. So I did some. I really look like I'm smoking crack. I don't know. I did some of that. I'm going to be sending out invoices today, by the way, for the sale from the other day, and I'll get around to those things in a minute. But I decided that I'm going to curate my closet. I'm going to get rid of anything that doesn't bring me joy. I'm going to Marie Kondo the crap out of my Poshmark closet because there's so much stuff that I've ignored, and it's been sitting in my closet doing its stale inventory, and somebody may love it somewhere, right? And some of a lot of it's really great name brand stuff, but I can't look at it anymore. I need to reduce my closet. I was up to like 599 listings, and of those 599, maybe 300 I was proud of. So I'm actually doing a curated closet where it's going to be absolutely things that I love. If I don't love it, it goes. It gets donated or it gets sold on auction. So keep an eye out for, if I go live on an auction, because you never know what you're going to get. Oh my God, I'll help. I love decluttering. Yes, get over here. Get over here. Get over here and help me. Yeah, absolutely. Denise, good morning. I hope the magical emporium is great. So weekly shows where 2 or 3 resellers on selling stuff helps build and maintain connections. It's how you approach it, the fun of hanging out and then earning money opposed to money only focus. Yes, absolutely. Michael, I'm the same. Yeah. Okay, Amy gets it. Little Debbie gets it. Yeah. I think it's kind of a commonality, right? It's like all of us will go through it at one point or another. So I'm going to be curating my closet, cleaning out my stale inventory, and then actually establishing work hours, which I have not done in the 4 years that I've been reselling. I have not done that, and I need to. I need to go, okay, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., that's what I'm reselling. If it's not an auction, 10 to 3, Monday through Friday, that's what I'm reselling. That's when I only do reselling stuff. Anything around that, that's life. Life is lived. But that's my work schedule. How much will you take home, Boo? You can take home anything that I'm ditching. Absolutely. I have to limit my work hours because otherwise, if you live where you work, you never stop working. You never stop working because even when you're not working, you're like, oh, I should, no, right in the other room, right? So I'm limiting my work hours. I'm also going to try to exercise more. I was last night and Friday night, I was dancing around my house. My husband and I were just listening to really good music and just dancing around the house. I felt so much better after just dancing around the house, just doing something that I enjoyed as exercise. I didn't consider it exercise, although I did get a little sweaty and breathless, but, we'll come back to that too. And I felt better for it. I did feel better for it. Those endorphins kicked in. So that was good. This time of year, we need more vitamin D. So I've got vitamin D supplements. If those don't work, I can always go to, a tanning bed. My problem is that, put my white Irish self into a tanning bed and see what happens. It's not pretty. So I would have to limit my time in there, maybe 10 minutes at a time, something like that. I'm not a naturally tan person. I never have been. Glamma, Kevin wanted me to tell you that his lollipop got him stopped by TSA for inspection. Did they actually pull it out and go, oh, that's what it was? Because I'm dying. Please tell me you got a picture. That's hilarious. I love dancing and singing like an idiot around my apartment. Just go outside on a sunny day. Well, we have had the problem is that we haven't had a lot of sunny days. When we have had a sunny day, it's the whole planet where I live has been covered in like my driveway was covered in like a sheet of ice. Like you could ice skate on my driveway. It was just, January just started off with a crap weather. It was crap. It was crappy. But sunshine is so good for you. And yesterday I forced myself to get up and go to the Goodwill. And I shouldn't say I forced myself to. I had to go out and get cigarettes anyway. I got up and I went to the Goodwill, and I just thought, I'm just only going to pick up things that I find interesting or cool, and maybe I'll just shop for me. There was no pressure. I didn't put any pressure on myself to really, get in there and grr. I was like, let's shop like I used to. And it was fun. It was fun. Plus I found some cool stuff. Oh, y'all. I got a black jumpsuit, a black Cuddle Duds jumpsuit, which sounds really strange. It's like jumpsuit pajamas, but they're like, it's like t-shirt material, and I could totally wear this in public. And I was thinking, oh, if I have like a little pair of like open back slide sandals, and then like click, 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 and then like a little, bougie necklace and the whole nine. Anyway, long story short, I built a whole outfit around this because it fit me so cute. And it was originally $6. It was $5.99, and it had a blue tag, and it was 50% off. So I got it for $3. So I got that zing where you get them. I felt good about that. I brought a balloon home from the wedding shower yesterday, and we had a family game of the floor is lava for the balloon. It was fun. It was the perk we all needed. Yes. There's something about a simple game. There's something about a simple game. And I totally forgot that I bought two games. I bought Trouble with the Pop-em-Up Bubble. That's how they advertise it. And I bought Connect 4 for Grandpa and I to play. And so I'm going to make him play games with me today before he's allowed to watch football. I love Cuddle Duds. I do too. And they sell really well. So if I decide I don't like this thing anymore, I can flip it, and I can only make money on it because I only spent $3 on it. So it's great. Again, I can only speak for myself. I hate sourcing. It's like rolling the dice, going to a thrift store or yard sale, no consistency. That's kind of the thing I love about it. It's very much a gamble. So I just did a series of little bitty things. Self-care, self-care is important. And I called and actually made an appointment for my hair to get it done, because I haven't had it done I haven't had my hair done in like 8 months, guys. That is so rare and weird for me. It is. And now I have like curly hair that when it's wet goes down to almost my butt. And it sounds real cute. It's not. It looks like a big triangle. I look like a pyramid. It's crazy. It's out of control. And that's on a good day. On a bad day, I look like, Macy Gray with their finger in a light socket. It's horrible. I had a game night with friends last night. I haven't laughed so hard in a long time. That's good. That's a good thing. And it's all the little bitty things that are going to help us survive this, that are going to make a difference. There are, and good morning, Jonathan. Hello. It's good to see you. And there are people who experience severe seasonal affective disorder, severe depression and burnout. And if that is the case, may I suggest that you reach out, find therapy wherever you can, and get some help. Please get some help. Please reach out for help, because I would rather spend hours looking at spreadsheets and balance totals. That's why my reselling portion of the taxes are finished and receipts and totals are in numeric monthly order. You make me sick to my stomach. Patrick Murphy. I still have to print up all of my sales spreadsheets and all of that stuff and do that. I've got taxes down for this coming week, and I don't want to. That's the T word. I don't want to do those. I do not want to do taxes, but I got to do what I got to do. I have to, bring my portion to the table. Because that is more satisfying to me because there is an end result. I can understand that. I can see where you're coming from. I'm wired a little bit differently than that, but I can totally see where you're coming from. Yeah. You don't even need to leave your house for therapy nowadays. Plenty of online therapy apps. That's true. BetterHelp.com. And I'm not sponsored, and I don't even have their link below or anything like that. I just know that there's there are online therapy, and there are resources. Look up resources, So please don't do self-harm. Please don't do, don't make any rash decisions. Like texting your sister at midnight or after midnight and your best friends and going, hey, let's all run away from the city, which is what I did. Susie, good morning. We're talking about reseller burnout and cases of the Januaries, which is not a fun topic, but I don't know. I feel like it's something that we share. It's something that we all have in common. Many of us have in common. Great question. When you are a reseller, do you owe more in taxes than what you earned from that year? I don't, Amy, I got to be honest. I don't know. Here's what I do. I do my end of the taxes, my spreadsheets and stuff, and I present those to our tax people or tax person. And my portion of our income is so minuscule. It's a very small percentage of our income, to the point where my husband's like, oh, it's a hobby. And I'm like, doesn't feel like a hobby. It feels like a full-time job. So I simply do not know the answer to that. We turn in all of our paperwork and then we get our taxes back, and then we either have a bill or we have a credit. I think last year we paid $5 in federal taxes. We had to write that $5 check. So yeah, that was about it. So I can tell you that I don't honestly know. I should pay more attention to the details of my life. But what I find is that I don't ever want to lose the forest for the trees, and the forest is my joy. So my husband is the detail person. He's so almost annoyingly detailed. He's so into the little bitty pieces of everything, and he will deconstruct, all of this information and figure it out. And I am a bigger picture person, and it works very, very well for us. So I can go, okay, but he's like, this needs to happen, and this needs to happen, and this needs to happen. And I'm like, yes, but the overall picture is this. So maybe we need to focus on this. So, we have a give and take. would love to be a reseller. Do it. Do it. I can tell you that that there are a lot of things that I use for reselling, such as my home space for my office, my home space for storage, my washer dryer, my laundry stuff, my cleaning stuff that I use for some of it, any supplies that I get for shipping. Anything like that is a business expense, and I make sure and keep very, very close track of those. And when you say spreadsheets, Google Sheets is free and easy to enter simple data and save for taxes or records. I love that tip, Debbie. Y'all pay attention. I've starred this. Debbie has a great tip. Google Sheets. Nice. Good morning, Swampy. How are you, Glenn? Mwah. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. As sole proprietor, the tax deductions reduce the tax burden. Unless you're like Rally Roots or something, your resale business typically helps you on taxes. Yeah, I think mine does. I'm pretty sure mine does. My full-time job gets in the way of becoming a reseller. I'm working on work-life balance. I understand that. And it may be one of those things where, you may just decide to enjoy it and do it for 5 hours on the weekend, or just enjoy being part of the community, or whatever it is. Absolutely, work-life balance is so important, and that I think that's maybe where I got off track. I think it is. I think that I missed out on a lot by just becoming so tunnel visioned and focusing on the one aspect of my life, and the guilt that was going with that I didn't see what else was going on. So the good news is that spring does come. That is just as sure as the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Spring will come. And with spring will come a renewed sense of purpose, many times, and a lot more sunlight, and some kinder weather if you're living in the northern climes. So all of those are really a good thing. And in the meantime, I think that just being kind to yourself, maybe, smoking and eating, you're not the only one who's ever done that. Just being kind to yourself, setting yourself some boundaries, waking and baking. You go, girl. You go, girl. I don't know if you're baking bread, but something tells me you're not. Or if you're baking little Debbie's. I just think that, creating a new direction for yourself, creating something new and interesting, it's so hard. And some days it's just hard to get out of bed. Some days it is just hard to get out of bed, just to function. And surprisingly, that's okay too. January is for hibernating. So hibernate. Don't feel bad about it. Let go of the guilt. You will live to fight another day. Michael says, between Kevin and I, we make about $130K a year, but we typically only pay tax on $85K after deductions. Just keep track of your business expenses and business mileage. Yeah, absolutely. There are days when you have that too. Yeah, right? Like you just, you just gotta, we're gonna do it together. And it's nice to know that I'm not alone in it. And I hope it's nice to know that you're not alone in it. One day I will become a real reseller instead of playing one on YouTube. Oh, you do so well. I did a short this morning with the song Camel Walk, and the short says Little Debbie, Little Debbie. If you don't know the song, it's super fun. I got to check that out, Lil Deb. I have got to check that out. Oh, no, it's not going to let me go to your channel from here, but we'll check it out. That's really cute. That sounds like a cute song. I did want to say some thank yous to, I had people who purchased from me, and let's see. There's Ella's. Okay. For Aunt Boo. Aunt Boo had a members auction. We did the Classic Crap members auction. And for those of you who purchased from Aunt Boo on that auction, thank you so much. Brenda Reed. Thank you. Randy at Moon Valley Crafts. Thank you. Rachel to Journal. Thank you. Gina Simply Southern. Thank you very much. I truly, Gina's, Gina. Sorry, I'm drawing up. For some reason, I'm having a brain freeze. Gina, thank you so much. From myself and from Aunt Boo. I also want to thank, let's see. Oh, no, those are shipping. Okay, there we go. Okay, I want to thank Brenda Reed, once again, for her purchases on, it's Gina Forget-Me-Nots, ironically. That is hilarious. I don't know why I forgot. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I can't believe I did that. Yeah. I need to record a video soon so you don't lose your editing skill. You know what? You should anyway, because I miss your sense of humor. I do. I think you're hilarious. I'm never alone. I got all my personalities with me. Almost died at 19. Oh, wow. So each day is a gift and live my life to the fullest. Find the fun, beauty, and excitement in the ordinary around me. I never let the fear of the unknown stop me. You can't. You can't. That is how we should all be, Michael. Absolutely. Yeah, that's hilarious. It's Gina's for Jennifer, you're the best. Okay. I do want to thank Brenda Reed for her purchase on the Ella's auction. She got a hoodie, a sweater, another hoodie, and a onesie PJ. Rebecca's Cozy Nest. I want to thank you for your purchase of the sweater. Rachel to Journal, I want to thank you for your purchase of the Carhartt shirt and the Spider sweatshirt. Margie with Vintage Gems, Jewels, and Pearls. Thank you so much for your purchase of the Juicy Couture. There was a Juicy Couture like rhinestone. I love that shirt. I love it. It's like a velour. Anyway, really cool. Catherine P., I want to thank you so much for your purchase of the New England Macintosh coat and the Gambler's Karma hoodie. And Dolores Dawson, thank you so much for your purchase of the Coach tote. To each and every person who supports our auction, who supports the channels, who comes into the chats, all of your support means a great deal. It means more than you know. It really does mean more than you know. Just tell all my business. I'm sorry, Brenda. I didn't mean to put your business in the street. Brenda bought nothing. Don't ask her. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to put you on blast, Brenda. I won't do it again. Look, almost made it the whole show without dropping a link. What? Here's Bootu Production Company. A Bootu Production. Brenda, I know, right, girl? I hide my purchases. Yeah. Oh, okay. I was like, oh shit, I really did spill your tea. I'm so sorry. I hide my purchases too. Yeah. I don't actually hide them. He doesn't pay that much attention to what I walk in and out of the house. I've been doing reselling long enough to where he really literally just doesn't pay attention. When I walk in with like a bag of something, he's just like numb to it. He does not care. And so as long as I don't have like a massive, massive bill at the end of the month, we're fine. But that's, you got to train them to be that way. You have to train them to be that way. That's like almost 30 years of training went into that one. So don't expect a new boy to be like that. Spill the tea because I drink coffee. Me too, girl. Yes. So much coffee. So here's my question. Here's my question for you guys. How do you deal with burnout? If you do, how do you move past it? Because my coping is to, make a list and sort of check it off until I start to feel better, and do little bitty things as I go along. Does anybody have other coping mechanisms that they think might be helpful for us? And hey, good morning, Maritza. Mwah. Hello, sugar. Maritza's Yarn and Craft. Hola, ¿cómo está? I've trained Kevin to just understand I'm going to buy what I want. Yeah, that's kind of how I trained Glampa. Yep. I'm like, look, honey. And don't get it twisted. I haven't been retired for 30, plus years. Okay. I just retired a few years ago. And that was his decision. So, and it wasn't his decision, but it was his, it was with his prompting and it was his suggestion, which is the key. And so I don't feel like I don't feel like I owe more than is my due. Okay, so we're talking about how you deal with reseller burnout. And let's see. I don't deal with that. I just come on YouTube and hang out instead. That's a way, being part of the community, is a way of dealing with. That's a coping mechanism, and that's a good thing. You never know what your people lift you up, and especially in this community, people will lift you up and just really make you feel valuable. No matter what your internal dialogue is telling you, they will lift you up and make you feel very good about yourself. Dark humor is my go-to escape. I love it. Dark humor. I'm kind of, I like dark humor. I like all humor. Robin, good morning, sugar. How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Robin. I mean, we have to celebrate our differences. Don't get me started, Patrick Murphy, because now that stupid thing's going to be going through my head. Liv, I don't know how to get out of burnout. I take a lot of baths to relax and escape from life for a bit. It helps a little. That's a good thing. And sometimes the littlest thing, right, can kind of spark, okay, now I can be a little more productive. And pretty soon, you're back in business. And it's not all about reselling, I mean, just back in the business of life. You have to figure out what your most authentic self is. Find your interest and nothing will get you down. I'm totally chill and just love life. He is truly chill. I don't know if you guys know this, but he is literally so chill. Okay, I made the hardest decision just now. We're having fried chicken. Ooh, girl, you having mashed potatoes and gravy with it? Because I will be there. Okay, I love fried chicken. To battle my winter blahs, I'm watching Trixie and Katya review Netflix movies, and those queens are hilarious. They are. I love watching their movie reviews. They're so funny. So funny. They lifted me up. They be strong AF. Good morning, Fartek. Mwah. Good morning, Mike. I love being part of the reseller community. It has truly inspired me. They are really, really kind people. They really are. Oh my God, I love them. Me too. Trixie and Katya, hello. That's okay. We can hear the drum beat. Do you hear the drums, Fernando? Now you're in trouble. Now you're in trouble. I'm supposed to be trying to do better at reselling. I'm not doing too good, but at least I pushed myself to finally do some lives on YouTube instead. I was shocked that you did live on YouTube. And Jennifer, I got to say, wow, how proud I am. I mean, honestly, super duper proud. Why does my chin look really red? I am so proud. You looked great. You did great. Katya does have dark humor. I love it. Amy, yes. Let's go to Little Debbie's for lunch. She's having chicken. She's having fried chicken. Everybody loves fried chicken. Everybody loves fried chicken. We'll be requesting some mashed potatoes, some gravy. Does anybody else take their fried chicken, a piece of fried chicken, and smoosh it through the mashed potatoes and gravy so you get like a piece of fried chicken with the mashed potatoes and gravy on it, and then you just take a big bite? Sorry. Yeah, they are dynamic together. Jennifer, you're not supposed to do anything. Find your own stride. You owe nothing to nobody. That's true. I can't type today, honey. I can't talk. We make a good pair. That was like live number 5 you came on. Nice. Okay. Well, you seemed relaxed. You seemed, you seemed relaxed. You seemed like you were having a good time. And that's the key. You're doing something new that maybe was a little bit uncomfortable, but you did it. It's funny that you sang Fernando. I've been on such a big ABBA kick for my mental health too. Liv, be careful with ABBA because it will get stuck in your head and you'll be singing Fernando for like 3 days. Go to Little Debbie's for dessert. Does she have dessert too? Oh, we will so be there. I showed myself. Eek! I thought it was brave, and I thought that you looked beautiful. It was very, very brave. I know how much anxiety you had about that. What a great, great thing. Damn, Debbie always pressured me. Debbie said, I got snacks. She got snacks. She knows the way to a girl's heart. The way to a woman's heart is through her snacks. That's awesome. I've been trying to push myself to go live for many months, but haven't been able to get the nerve yet. Yeah. Because you're friggin' beautiful. You're darn right she's friggin' beautiful. She is. She's a beautiful soul. She's beautiful inside and out. She really is. And a lot of people in this community are. So, if you're a member of this community and you have trouble, getting through this January crazy hump, this big gross hunk of January. Okay, bye, Glenn. Mwah, have a good day. Go get your Sunday supper. I bet it's good. Don't hesitate to reach out to other members of this community too. They have historically been there for each other, and there's always someone who can listen and sympathize. Our worst critic is ourselves, unless you're Craig. Just push through the fear. Yeah, sometimes easier said than done. I can tell you from the perspective of someone who's, who deals with a mental health situation, diagnosis that is a very odd, strange, weird diagnosis. That sometimes it's tough. It's tough. Cut yourself some slack. Try not to feel too guilty about hibernating. We do sometimes. Sometimes we do. Sometimes you need to escape. If you like pina coladas. Sometimes you need to, duck out of reality for a minute, and you can't live in that space for too long without you're going to need help. You're going to need help. But if you want to rest in that space for a minute, it's January. Hibernate if you need to a little bit. And try to make little bitty, just one little thing. And then one little thing may lead to another little thing and another little thing. So, I didn't dust the TV stand like I wanted to, but I did a little of that. Diagnosed BPD. BPD is, a manic depressive, but you would never know. You're a quiet one for the most part. Yeah. We all have our issues, don't we, though? Yes, honey. I used to hate seeing myself on video. This, I can promise you this is true. But I had to stop comparing myself to others. Just doing it and editing myself made me appreciate my own face. You have a beautiful face. I love your face. I would never want to live without your face. I really want to go live soon, but the social anxiety mixed with my technological challenges, it feels extra daunting. Start by just going. I can tell you that, just go live and just be an awkward, badly tuned up version of live. That's how I started. The first time I went live, I will never forget it. It was with Hope on her channel, and it was a nightmare. It was a technical nightmare. It was the worst, and I was fuzzy, and I had a really horrible connection, and it was like I looked like Max Headroom from like 1982, if any of you remember that, and it was kind of a whole horrible thing. The first time I did a video, I look back at my first video and I just cringe. I'm like, oh my God, I was so fake and bad and trying to be what everybody wanted in front of the camera, and eventually you discover that, you're enough. You are enough. You're enough. Sometimes you'll have makeup on, sometimes you won't. Sometimes I come on here in a bathrobe. And just being yourself, that's the greatest gift, because there is only one of you. There's only one of you. So yeah. I desperately need something to wake up my channel and just get out of my comfort zone. I recommend just jump in the puddle and do it. Just jump in the puddle and get dirty and see what happens. Amy, that is such a great, I'll make a list of goals and try to complete one every week. Good. Yeah. One day at a time. That's really how you got to take it. Freaking Glamma. Oh, come on. Carrie, you look just like me. I don't know why. You would. If you think I'm cute, then look in the mirror, kid. You're like me, but 8 years younger. Freaking Glammaz, your sister. Yeah, exactly, Brenda. We really do. She looks just like me, except she has prettier lips. She's really pretty lips. Boo, you are a lovely soul with a beautiful face. Thank you. You really are. Liv, you were doing premieres, weren't you? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Liv. What a wonderful thing to say. Thank you, Michael, and back at you. That's right. You were live being you in that chat, just be you on screen. Yeah, pretty much. And she's started to do that finally, and just kind of finally relax. I do think the booze helped. I mean, booze is a very good social lubricant, right? It helped at first, and now I think she's much more comfortable. And I've always said my sister was so much more beautiful than she realizes. She's so much prettier than she realizes. She really is. And she's so hard on herself. Jennifer, I do premieres. Yeah, that's not scary to me because I'm not live on cam and nobody comes. I get it, Carrie. I'm glad there's only one of me the world couldn't handle two. Amy, I could handle 5 of you. I think you're adorable and sweet. But I'm glad there's one of you too. You are uniquely beautiful. I don't like watching myself either. Debbie. Little Debbie, I think you are probably one of the most underrated funny people. She's so underrated, guys. Nobody realizes how hilariously entertaining I find little Debbie in chats. I just love to watch her in chats. Just be you, your tribe will find you. That's right. Good morning, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, Wendy, I'm going to ask you to please email me. I'm going to type my email into the chat. I have something for you. I'm typing my email into the chat right now. So if you could please email me your address, that would be great. And good morning, sugar. It's good to see you, Wendy. Debbie, you got a mirror on your ceiling? Don't ask, don't tell. I like doing reselling, relisting with Veronica. We play off each other well. You really, really do. It's like watching a brother and sister team. Yeah, really, really cute. Okay, Wendy, don't forget to email me your address because I have something for you that I think you'll find cute. Like Katherine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy. Yes, they're both in the closet. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay, glad to be here. Mwah. It's nice to see you, hon. So yeah, dealing with reseller burnout is a real thing. Dealing with job burnout in general is a real thing, and January burnout is a super real thing. I Googled it and it was like millions and millions and millions of, stuff, responses. So all I can say is that, if we walk together, then none of us are alone in it. And don't be afraid to speak up and go, kind of deal with it this week, kind of dealing with it. And you'll get all sorts of advice. Take what works for you and, disregard the rest. You don't have to take every single person's advice. But you don't have to be every single thing every single day. You don't have to, some days you'll come home from work and just, I don't know, eat a hot dog from the microwave and, go to sleep without brushing your teeth or taking off your makeup. It's fine. It's fine. We have to get through what we have to get through. And I see the thing that I see most often with reseller burnout is that they will, a lot of resellers will shut down their closets and or they will, stop reselling, or they'll stop doing YouTube, or they'll stop doing, whatever it is they're doing. And I would challenge you, if you're doing that, to consider just doing something different for a minute. Which, by the way, leads me to my next thing. I did and I can't imagine it got much traction. I haven't even looked at it since I did it, but I did a reseller recipe video, and I did what is a family recipe. We grew up as kids eating this soup. It's like a soup with it's really, really cheap to make. It's so cheap to make. You can make it for like $6-7. Gina, that's okay. Gina, I did a thank you for your purchase, and I said it's Gina, and I can't remember the rest of it. I said it's Gina, and I just know her as Gina, and I'm like, and I can't remember what the rest of her YouTube name is. And Jennifer goes, ironically, it's Gina's Forget-Me-Nots. And I am an idiot. So yeah, Gina's forget me nots. That's the Gina I was talking about, guys. I'm still in a lot of pain. Oh no. Oh no, honey. Lord have mercy. I seriously hope that they have hooked you up with something to help with the pain, or given you some sort of exercise that helps with the pain or something. I'm so sorry. You're so not an idiot. I'm a forgetter. Yes, I'm Forgetful Jones. Do you remember that from, was it Elmo's World? I don't remember. There was something on PBS and this guy's like, Forgetful Jones. Oh no, I forgot. And I'm becoming Forgetful Jones as I get older. But I haven't forgotten the things, and I'll be sending out the invoices this afternoon from the sale from Ellis Save Here First. It was on Sesame Street. Okay, yeah. I got no benefits or coverage here yet. Oh man. Oh honey. Okay, Google free clinic, because they have one in almost every major city. I didn't see the recipe video. Is it a short? I feel like YouTube doesn't. It's a whole, like, it's on my live. It should be on my lives. And I was putting out a recipe challenge, a reseller recipe challenge. If you have a channel, and you would like to make a recipe, and you don't actually have to make it on camera, because doing different camera angles while you're cooking can get tricky. So if you just want to put up a live and talk about the recipe, and show us a picture of it, or just do a live and talk about where the recipe came from, anything that's like a family recipe or something that you make, something that you make that you like. But what I'd like to do eventually is create a reseller cookbook from this community, and just make it available for everybody to download, just as a Word doc or something. Ah, he was a cowboy. Yes. Forgetful Jones. He forgot. Season 12 through season 22. Yeah. I think they did away with him. I don't know what happened. Maybe he wandered off, and maybe he's like Finding Dory. He just wandered off. I forgot him. But a bunch. I like that. So I know that we've run a little bit long today, talking about this, but I felt like it was kind of, it's one of those things where let's just have like a big group hug about it, and I will soldier on. Like I said, I'm going to do some closet cleaning, and I'm going to do some, some Marie Kondoing, and get rid of the things that are not serving me. Good morning, Myra. Mwah, it's good to see you, sweetie. Tacos. I love making tacos. Me too. I don't like really making tacos, but the eating of the tacos, I am totally in for that. Same. It's been a nightmare. Yeah. I think a cookbook would be fun. So, and if you want to, my email address is always in the description below. So if you want to just email me a recipe, like a family recipe that you have, or one of your favorite recipes that you have, or something that you've created, I would love to include it in the cookbook. And it's going to be, probably I'm going to be working on this for the next, I don't know, could be 6 months, could be, just in time for Christmas, who knows? But I would like to gather up those recipes. And Aunt Boo, if you could send me one of your recipes, don't do it for the soup with the cabbage and the vegetables, because I already did that one. That's the one that I did. So that's a different family recipe. Am I publishing the cookbook? No. I thought what I would do would be to create a cookbook from the resellers. Just do a reselling cookbook and just make it like a link where you can go and like download it or whatever. I have to figure that one out. Carrie will have to help me figure that out. But I don't want to print one up, because I think it should just be a free link that people can download. They're your recipes too, So I just think people have such good recipes, and a lot of times, they're budget friendly, especially with resellers. They're usually very budget friendly. They're very cost conscious, cost conscious. So yeah, and I think that there are recipes that go back for, excuse me, for so many years that we don't want to have them get lost in time. So, if you have I don't know, a dessert recipe, a salad recipe, a chicken and dumpling recipe, or whatever it is, if you make the best brisket you've ever tasted, or if you are, if you have like a casserole that's perfect for weddings and funerals or whatever. I mean, I should include, my when you grow up evangelical, you have a casserole recipe for funerals, because that's what you do. You drop off a casserole and and a sympathy card with a little bit of cash in it, and that's what you do. I'm glad you were saying cost conscious. I would have been spraying that out all over the place. Yeah. So yeah, all I can say is, if you've got something, if you have a recipe that you would like to include, I'm building a reselling cookbook. And if you prefer to do it as a video, do it as a video. I'd love to watch it. I will definitely go watch it. You've got my guaranteed watch. And just post the recipe below. That's what I did. It's in my live. It's in my lives. But you don't have to. You don't have to. Or if you want to do an avatar and just do an avatar video, you can do that too. I'm going to be an angry cow. But if y'all want to send me a recipe that you really love, or one that you would like to share with the community, please feel free to do so. And I will make sure to include it. So while I've got that project working, and all of the other things that I've got going today, I do want to send out I'm an angry cow sometimes, right, Gina? That's why I chose it. Yeah, because sometimes I'm just an angry old cow. I do want to send out a message of love and hope. And after winter comes the spring. It's inevitable. It's going to happen every year of your life. So, there is hope on the horizon. If you got a white knuckle, I get it. I'm with you. And maybe together we can, get somewhere. Okay, no, but maybe together we can walk our way through it together. I think we're better as a community than we are individually in any situation. But just know that individually, never forget, please don't ever, ever forget. My name's Glamma, and I love you. Have a good day.